Hey everyone, welcome to Whatcha Paintin Wednesday. I am working on Never Defeated. Let me turn it around. I'll probably paint it upside down so you guys can see what I'm working on. So today I'm hoping to get the horse painted brown and then all the blue background painted into that mustard color. And then probably over the weekend sometime I will paint all the flowers on this side. But today, if I could just get that horse in the background done, I would be really pleased with that. So, anyways, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Teresa Kogut. My business name is Teresa Kogut's Creative Whims, and my husband has been called Mr. Whims, so that's why my title on the screen there says Mrs. Whims. Why not? Hi, Tammy. How are you today? Hi, Carol. So my table here is like, I'm touching the ends of my table. And this painting takes up most of the table. So I have room for my painting and my palette, some water, and that's pretty much it. So I don't have my laptop or anything to read from. So I'm going to have to read from my phone. You're doing great. Good. Hi, Melly. Good morning from Houston. And Carol's from Texas too. So what's going to happen though is I'm going to turn my camera so you can see what I'm painting. So you're not going to be able to see me. Hopefully I'll still be able to read your comments though. We can still converse and do everything. It's just going to be different because you're not going to see me and the painting. But you're here for the painting, not me. So I'm going to move the camera down like that. That way, right there. Yep, I can still see the comments. Hello, everybody. Oh, cool, Linda. Stitching on Two in a Bush, and she's loving it. That's awesome. I need to roll my sleeves up because if I get paint on this shirt, I'm going to be really upset. So I don't want to do that. This is a painting we're working on in CW Live, and which is an online painting class that I teach Tuesday nights. Anyways, I need to get this side cut up to this side, and then it's just about the antiquing. So for the class, they already know what it's supposed to look like. I got the words in. Last night we did the words. We are never defeated unless we give up on God. It's a Ronald Reagan quote. And I love that quote. I don't know where to put anything. There's just not much room on this table. Got my ice water. All right, let me get started. Actually, I was working on this flower right before I went live, so I think I'm going to go ahead and finish painting at least all of these bigger flowers. Since I already have red on my brush, I might as well do that, don't you think? So what's everyone doing today? Hope you're having a great day. We had another hard frost last night, and I forgot to cover up my flowers. Like, not all my flowers, but just I have a couple pots out on the back deck, and they were still blooming and growing. Well, I didn't think about it, and I got up this morning, and they were just covered in frost. So I guess the flowers are done until next year. Tammy's at work. Hi, Teresa Mack. Hello from Kentucky, stitching and watching. Oh, that's so cool. Well, I'm glad you're here. That frost also made a lot of the leaves fall. I said to my husband this morning, I said, don't you wish you could just go out and shake the tree and have all of them come off and just be done with it? Because it's like several leaf cleanups for him. And we have 5 acres, so it's not like we rake it or anything. He has a, what's it called? Cyclone rake that he pulls behind the tractor, or I guess it's not a tractor, it's a zero radius, zero turn mower. And it goes pretty fast. So that's what he does. But I mean, it's still a lot of work. Oh my gosh, I must be having a hot flash. All of a sudden, I feel like I'm on fire. I'm gonna have to open the door in a minute here. Hold on, after I paint this flower. So when I do my paintings, I like to layer them. That's why I did the blue. Well, actually, I did the blue background thinking I might leave it blue, but it just was too much blue. Oh, there's a spider on the window. Or on the door. The screen door. I must skip him. Ugh. Okay, I did it. And the birds are migrating, and they're just making all kinds of racket. I don't know if you can hear them out there. So anyway, I started to say that I like to paint in layers. So I painted the background blue. I didn't know if I was going to keep it blue. I was thinking to do the dark blue like it is, and then I was thinking about doing a lighter blue over top of it and leaving some of the dark blue showing. But I really just wanted to lighten up the background and warm up the painting by using, this gold color, and I like it so much better. So what's cool though about having the blue background first and then painting over it is when I do the sanding, some of that blue will show through. And like on these flowers, I paint them dark first and then I go over with a lighter red, leaving some of the dark showing. So painting in layers is basically what all artists do. And that's just, I'm not the only one, trust me. Every time I think of layers, I think of Shrek, though. I think of Donkey trying to explain. Or is it, wait, is it Shrek trying to explain to Donkey? Yeah, it was Shrek trying to explain to Donkey, I think, about layers. We have layers to us. Paintings have layers too. Onions have layers too. Okay, my table is on wheels and it keeps moving on me and it's really ticking me off. I wonder if it has a brake on it. Hey, I bet it does. Ah, it does. There's these little things on it. Oh, wait. And then I gotta do all 4 of them, I guess. Well, that's good to know. Oh, come on. That one doesn't want to lock. Well, at least I got 2 of them locked. That'll be better. Maybe. All right, now I'm gonna go over them with the lighter red color. Hey, Colleen. Oh, thank you. Yeah, you just saw me paint on this last night. Don't miss the hot flashes. Yeah, I'll be glad when that's gone. Hi, Lori. How are you? Thank you. Yeah, I have a spot in my studio. I know exactly where I'm going to hang it. It's going to be up high. Like I have lots of windows in my studio, so above the windows I have some room to hang stuff. Pretty much every inch of my studio has something, a painting, a punch needle, a cross stitch, something antique. Like it's like chock full of good stuff. It's all good stuff. My goal this weekend is I'm hoping to do my floss tube, record my floss tube on Friday, because I really want to work on my studio like Saturday. I've got to purge and get rid of stuff out of these cabinets. Like I have a lot of cabinets in here, and most of them, well, okay, they're all full, but I would say 90% of what's in these cabinets I don't use anymore. And so they're just taking up, valuable space that I need to put my wool away. Your business changes, your life changes, and you have to get rid of the old and make room for the new. And I really need to take the time to do that because I'm bursting at the seams right now with all the stuff in here. And I feel like the walls are starting to close in on me, and I don't like that feeling. I don't like looking everywhere I look, there's just stuff. And it's starting to get to me. So that's what I'm hoping to do Saturday. And then Sunday, I'm working in our downstairs. I got a couple more doors to paint down there and the trim around the doors. So I'm hoping to do that Sunday. Always something to do. Always something. Colleen, I didn't see your Daydream Believer until after class last night. Oh my gosh, I'm in love with that vignette. You are so good at staging. You have that down. Let me just tell you. And just having that guitar in there, this was so cool. Very, very cool. Oh, I skipped one. Hi, Carrie. Thank you. Thank you, Pat. Sorry, I got to scroll back and read comments. Oh, really? It was Mark's mom's guitar? That's so cool. Got to get all that red out of my brush. His mom, as a teen, sold some ointment and with the proceeds bought this guitar. She taught her 8 brothers and sisters how to play, and then all her kids to play on it. Wow, that's amazing. That is very cool. I love stories like that. Thanks for sharing that with me. I love that. Okay. I don't have that mixed up on my palette here. I am running out of room on this palette, actually. Forgot to clean off my palette knife last night. See all the blue paint on it? Usually chips off pretty easily. Okay, I'm gonna leave it on. If it's that hard to chip off, it's not gonna come off in my painting. So, all right, burnt sienna, burnt umber. I might have to go get some raw umber for my horse. I should get my 2 pieces FFO'd and photographed for you this weekend. Awesome. Thank you so much. Awesome. Yeah, that's really coming along nicely. I have to really be ahead of schedule this year for Nashville. Because it looks like I'm going to be going the last week of January to Florida to Disney with Kristen and her daughter Gabby. And then it's only an hour. It's in Orlando. It's only an hour and a half from my mom and Jerry. And I would like to go. My mom's birthday, her 80th birthday, is February 8th. So after I go to Disney, I was going to go and stay, hang out with Mom and Jerry for a while. So taking 2 weeks off at that time is crazy when we are getting, so close to the Nashville show. The Nashville market is the first weekend of March, and it's just always insanely busy getting ready for that. Because it's a cash and carry show, you have to take all the inventory with you, and you want to take enough, and we always run out of stuff, always. But I guess I'd rather do that than come home with a bunch and sit on it, you know what I mean? So I'm not complaining. But anyway, I've got to be way ahead of schedule. I just ordered today a big, like a desk calendar, but I'm going to hang it on the wall. And I've got to put like mini deadlines throughout the next few months. And I have to meet these deadlines. I have to be on schedule in order for this to all work out. That's the hardest part for me, I think, is, with owning my own business, is to work far enough ahead to not be crunch time all the time. You know what I mean? Be panicky, like, oh my gosh, this is due and I'm not ready, blah, blah, blah. That is way more red. And I also have to fit in, because I don't know if you've noticed, but in the last few floss tubes, I'm like, oh yeah, this winter, things are going to slow down. Oh, this winter, we're going to do this. And this winter, we're going to do that. Well, this winter is going to be just as busy as any other flipping time of the year, because in the spring, I've got a fabric line due, and that's right around the time of Nashville. So I'm going to be busy on that over the winter as well, because I don't want to wait too late on that. And you know what I mean? It's just like, wow, there's always stuff going on. All good stuff. I'm excited about all of it. Yeah, I like that better. Hold on. I gotta scroll down. Shh. she tells it better. I have a video of her and her siblings sitting on the porch talking about their old days. And of course, I recorded a video because I capture everything in life, apparently. You have to, because it's wonderful. Just like that conversation with Easton at the table. I could tell you about that conversation, but it would be like, yeah, whatever. But when you see it and you hear those little baby voices, oh yeah, I am big time into recording everything that I can. Deborah, remember I live in Nashville and can help you out in any way you need. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you so much. Well, we're hoping to go. I got to get this resolved, but we're hoping to go on Tuesday. Well, and my best friend lives there too. So, between the three of us in that room trying to set up and stuff, we really don't have room for another body. We're already, because we got boxes in the way and everything. Yeah, so I appreciate that. But, you never know. You never know when you might need an extra hand. So thank you for that. What was I starting to say? Oh, shoot, I lost it. I lost it. I think I'm going to do my room different for Nashville this year. So, in case you're not familiar, the Nashville show is a needlework marketplace where shops that sell needlework come and buy wholesale from us designers and other people like that do that sell linen and thread and all the things that go with cross stitching. There's 3 or 4 floors. I think it's 4 floors. And it's at the Embassy Suites. So the room, your suite is your showroom, which I love that. I love that so much. I think every show should be that way. So you have your bed and the bathroom and all that, and then in the front where the like living area is, it gets transformed into your booth or your showroom or whatever you want to call it. And I normally bring like all my punch needle from all the past years. I mean, I might not put all of it up, but most of it I do. I'd say 90% of it I would put up. But not in my line's so big now that we actually plan on retiring a lot more punch needle and cross stitch before Nashville. Again, we retired a lot of patterns not too awful long ago. But we need to do more because and people say, well, why do you retire patterns? Well, it's an inventory issue. It's a storage space issue. We're bursting at the seams over on the workshop side of the studio where Kevin packs orders and stuff. So we have to, again, just like I said about cleaning my studio, you have to, get rid of the old to make room for the new. So, but all my past patterns, eventually all of them will be available as PDFs on my Etsy shop. It'll be a while before they're all on there because that's a huge job. But they'll get there. So for setting up my room, I don't think I'm taking all that punch needle. I think I'm going to need more room for cross stitch because I'm going to have so many releases. It's kind of crazy. Just with the Patreon designs alone, I'm going to have, I think it was 6 books. Like the sample of books I do. And that's just with the Patreon stuff. I've got other stuff too. So it's going to be intense. Yeah, the bummer about not having these things stitched myself is I won't have the model to have in my booth. That's the only bummer about that. But I'll have some of them, and what I have I'll display. I wouldn't have room, I don't think, to display everything anyways. I I gotta step back and make sure I got the right color on this. I mean, obviously I've got some lights and darks I need to put in there, but oh yeah, I think that'll be all right once I put lights and darks in there. Sorry, it's so loud. Okay. Hi, Suzanne. How are you? Probably should have a number 10 brush. This would go a lot quicker. Got bean soup in the crock pot today. Love bean soup. Probably my favorite soup. And then I like tortellini soup and chili. Those are probably like my top soups. Oh, but I like potato soup too, so. What's you guys' favorite soup? If you had to pick one soup and you had to eat it the rest of your life, what would you pick? I suppose I wouldn't pick bean soup then, because I don't think my stomach could handle eating that every day. I love a good beef stew too. Hi, Janelle. Chili. I know, I love chili. One soup vegetable like my mom made. I'm doing good, Suzanne. I'm so far behind on this one. I am too. I mean, we had this for 3 weeks in C to Be Alive, and I'm still not done. And you know what I just noticed? This was funny. This painting has been sitting where in plain sight forever, but just today I walked past it and goes, "Oh shoot! I never finished my give ye thanks." Yeah, I'm like, really? So I'm not doing so good this session myself. Just not enough hours in the day. I wish there was more hours in the day for all the things I want to do and I want to make and I want to create and I want to paint. I want to do it all. Ooh, that's going to be too light, I think. And not red enough. Let's see. Yeah, that's not bad. Cheer up, sleepy Jean. Now I got that in my head because I just talked about Daydream Believer. Oh my gosh, that's too funny. I wonder if Colleen, are you still singing Daydream Believer? I mean, geez. It's one of those songs that's fun to sing too. It's a little bit late. I remember over here, I didn't like the way this just kind of. So Carol, wait, I had everyone is singing it. I have Davy Jones posters all over the side of my bedroom, and Christine had Quentin from Dark Shadows on her side. Oh, that's too funny. Hold on, I'm scooching back to make sure. You're excited to paint the angel? Awesome, me too. Oh, hi, Pam. Vegetable beef. I love that. Vegetarian chili. I've never had that. One soup, vegetable. Like, okay, I read that right there. So Deborah, shoot me a message and give me like the easiest way to reach you, because you never know. If we get like super busy, or I don't know. But it's definitely not going to happen if I don't have your number. So maybe you can shoot me your phone number or something. And if we do get to a point where it's like, man, or maybe Kristen can't make it or something, we need some help. I don't know. You just don't know. You never know. Do 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 do. We always sing that. I don't. It's something silly we made up. We tend to make a lot of things into songs. Like I couldn't remember how to say. See, I already messed it up. Maggie Bananami, because I wanted to call her Badamasi because I used to teach youth group with a Katie Badamasi, and so I always said Maggie Bananami wrong, and so then I remembered to say, if I sing it like this, Bananami do 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 do, Bananami do 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 do, then I can remember her name. Yeah, we all have weird ways of remembering stuff, right? Now you know mine. Oh yeah, I need to let you guys know, in case you don't know, to do Vlogmas this year. First concert us girls ever went to was the Monkees. That is so cool. Barnabas better. Oh, that's funny. Okay, cool, Deborah. All right. Anyways, I'm doing Vlogmas. I don't know if I'm going to call it that, but until I can think of something better, that's what I'm calling it. For this year, starting December 1st. It's going to be on my YouTube channel that's not my FlossTube channel. It's going to be on my art one. That's just basically, if you go to YouTube and search Teresa Kogut, it's the one that just says Teresa Kogut, not Teresa Kogut's Creative Whims. Okay. I'm going to do it there because I'm going to be doing painting, and I just thought it made more sense to do it over there. I don't know. I even thought about I could upload it to both channels. You know, that's a possibility too, but I don't know. We'll see on that. That just sounds like a lot of extra work. And I have to, make this doable. I can't, like, the videos aren't going to be real long. I mean, I'm already busy enough, and then add in the holiday festivities and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So I don't have tons of time to spend on it, but I want to talk about like the history of Christmas. I'm going to be going through on Sundays, like for a couple hours every Sunday. I want to start going through old family photos that I inherited when my mom moved to Florida and she sold her house. I have, those big tubs with the lids. I have them probably stacked up to my head. Maybe, I don't think they're really taller than me, but they're like two stacks of 4 of them or something like that. Anyway, they're full of photos, family photos. And I need to go through them. I need to make a pile for my brother. I need to, like, people that I don't know who these people are. I might ask my aunts. You know what I mean? Like, I've got to sort this through because I can't store all these photos, especially because there's going to be a lot of them that I don't even know who they are. So as I'm going through them, I'm going to pull out photos from, past Christmases and just share like my favorite Christmas moments and Christmas stories and stuff, traditions and stuff with you guys. What else was I doing? Oh, I'm doing 24 gifts for Kevin. I just told him about it Monday at dinner. He didn't even know he was going to be doing this, but I'm like, yeah, I'm going to have you open a present every day up till Christmas. And he's looking at me like, what? I goes, well, they're not like expensive, but they're practical things. I'm not buying him like junk he'll never use because that's just wasteful. So I'm buying him just small, practical gifts, maybe a funny one here and there. And that way, Mr. Wims will be included in it because everyone seems to love on the camera. So the vlog, each vlog will start out with a painting. So I'm going to, I have all the sketches done. I'm going to do a painting a day. They're going to be Christmas paintings. They're going to be in watercolor because I can paint a lot quicker in watercolor. And I'm going to allow myself maximum 2 hours, but I'm going to just try to get them done in an hour to an hour and a half. Some of the more simple ones I could probably get done in an hour. So anyway, maximum 2, whether I'm done or not, I'm done at least for now, type of thing. You know what I mean? Because like I said, I have to make this doable. What else can I tell you about it? I think that's about it. And I have some cool antique Christmas things. Once I get my tree up, I'll show my tree, just stuff like that. Just want to do something fun for Christmas this year. All right, so the horse is looking way better. Way, way, way better. That's a little too light. Yeah, that one, I like this one better. Oh, I just thought of something that would be fun. I should write it down or I'll forget. But it would be fun to, if my kids would agree to do it, interview them and ask them what's their favorite thing about Christmas. Or what is your favorite Christmas memory or something like that? That would be really cool. They'd probably do it. So wherever you're watching, whether you're on YouTube, if you're on YouTube, give me a thumbs up if you could. And then if you're on Facebook, give me some hearts and some thumbs up. That'd be awesome. Helps the algorithm, and it helps get more people's eyes on Whatcha Paint Wednesday videos, because I don't think many people know about it. And not to mention, it's right smack in the middle of the day, so it's hard for people to catch the live. I get that, but Kristen and I started out, when we first started doing this, we started doing it at night. And we did it for a long time at nighttime. I think we started at 7 p.m. or something like, or no, it was 8. I think it was 8 p.m. because that's 7 p.m. her time. She's Central Time. But the reason I just didn't like it is because I had CW Live Tuesday nights, and then I'd have this the next night. And I don't know. I don't like my nights being consumed with, places I got to be, or, certain commitments every week like that. So as we switched it during the day, because, makes sense. I'm down here in the studio during the day anyways. Mark's mom and her sisters made me put oil. Oh, put all their Keeling pictures. Digital format. Oh, wow. That's a huge job. That is massive. Yeah, it would be cool to do something like that with some of these photos. But like I said, it's massive. Well, there's photos in there that are from when my grandpa died. And so when my mom's dad died, and we're talking years and years and years ago, my mom accumulated all his photos. So there's going to be, photos from so many years ago, and I probably won't recognize people or know who they are. And I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to pitch anything until I offer it to my aunt, my mom, or you know what I mean. But at least I can take out the ones I'm going to keep and then say, okay, it's a free for all. Who wants these? Can you hear Mr. Wims over there with the tape gun packing orders? I then created a DVD for each of them. Oh, cool. Aw. Yeah, that's awesome, Colleen. What an amazing gift you gave them. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm sure I will be laughing, and then I'm sure I'll be crying. Um, going through these photos. It's going to be difficult. I don't like to say I want to go back in time, because right now is awesome too, and right now is where I'm meant to be. You know what I mean? Like if I go back in time, I won't have Easton and Ellery, you know, that type of thing. But yeah, if I could just do it for a little while, I would want to go back to like my childhood at Christmas when, oh my gosh, like my dad and I used to be the ones. I mean, my mom would help decorate. She was more about decorating the rest of the house when my dad and I kind of did the tree. And and we used to go to Missouri for the holidays. And as a kid, it's so funny because as a kid, you just can't wait to grow up. And then as an adult, you're like, why did I wish my childhood away? Like, why didn't I just enjoy it more? Didn't realize how good you had it. But then, you know, then you have kids of your own. And oh my gosh, that just was amazing. Made Christmas amazing again, type of thing. Not that it wasn't, you know what I mean? Christmas is always amazing, but it's just so much fun when you see the excitement in little kids' eyes. I love that. All right, I need a smaller brush for in these little areas. You know what? I should do that for my mom. And I could do it here. I mean, I've got the scanner. My thing is I don't have the time. It probably would behoove me to send it somewhere else to have it done just for the fact I don't have a lot of time. But I have the ability and the equipment to do it. But to make one, you know, for my mom, just not all the pictures, but you know, the ones that are poignant. Of course, she'd just sit there and cry. Hey, Mom, let's get together and cry. But it's good. It's good to reminisce for sure. Got to keep those memories alive. Yep, that's why God gave us a memory so we can go back in time gently. Exactly. Amen, sister, about growing up. Grandbabies make Christmas so special. I know. I said to Kevin, I'm so excited about this Christmas because they're just 2 and 3 years old. I mean, it's how fun is that going to be? So fun. I know what you're saying. Like what you said, Colleen, it was beautifully said. My problem is the whole, I just spit on my painting. Jeez. Um, but it's the memory part that, I mean, I have memories now, obviously. I can, but there's going to come a day when those memories are fading. And that's why I think like what you did is great to make a CD. I mean, we have a ton of DVDs that my dad would, he's so funny. He would turn on the video camera and it would like have the whole room in the frame and he would just let it record like the whole Christmas opening of gifts and stuff. So, I mean, you could sit there and watch like 2 hours of just people opening gifts and all the chaos of all that, which is awesome. But we have tons of CDs or DVDs like that. And then I think, oh god, DVDs, you know, I don't know how long did those last? What if I go to play them and they don't work? You'll hear me scream all the way over there in Washington. Yeah, I don't know. Should I, then what? If you put them on a DVD, I could upload them to YouTube and then just make them private so you have them that way. But see, you never know. I've heard of people's YouTube channels just going down. I don't know how that happens or whatever, but they lose all their videos. Like there's really, I don't know if there's any way to really ensure the safety of those videos. Oh God, I'm having a hot flash again. I can feel my face getting red. Can you guys, when I open the door, can you hear the birds out there? I don't know what kind of birds they are. I think they're just blackbirds, starlings. I don't know what kind of birds they are. I just know there's a ton of them. Hard drive backups, yeah. I just tried to back up my. Oh, you don't hear me? Yeah, I guess on the video you probably wouldn't. Um, I had a brand new, expensive 2 terabyte Lachey external hard drive to back up my machine. I don't know what happened. It was working fine, and then all of a sudden, it quit working, and so I ejected it, and then when I plugged it back in, it said it cannot be recognized by this computer, and I'm like, what? What the what? And I've had this thing that would have the receipt or anything. Yeah. But I mean, I've had hard drives fail as well. I've had 2 fail. And, whatever's on those, there was a lot of family photos on there that are forever gone. Yeah. Because that was back before we had like the iCloud. Well, now all my photos are stored in the iCloud. Well, who knows if that'll ever fail? I don't know. But, like you said, Colleen, God gave us, memories. you know, some things might just be better remembered on our own. I mean, think about back in the day when they didn't have any way to record all that. I think now we're just way, and it's like, why not be? Can't obsess about it, that's for sure. All right, time to dig out the number 2. I left a lot more blue showing on this side than on the other side. That's the problem with like not painting all of it at once. I worked on that side and then, you know, it's been a couple weeks and now I'm doing this side. Well, it's not going to look the same. It'll be close enough. Be all right. It's fine. It's fine. I'm fine. It's fine. Ah, I just stuck my hand in it. Jeez. Okay, that's not good. Have you talked to Cheryl lately, Colleen? I'm sure you guys are in contact all the time, but I made her promise that she wouldn't stress about getting that quilt top done. I hope she's not. I'm not doing that to her again. I'm going to have to. Oh, that's right. I was trying to think of the lady that lives around here that I worked with a couple times. We made a quilt together to donate to Holy Rosary for an auction dinner thing. She, anyways, when I used to work with South Sea Imports, they used to make all the quilts. Well, then all of a sudden they decided that the designers should supply the quilts. So that's when I teamed up with a couple people locally. One designed them and then the other quilted. And I could not think of her name. And then just, this was probably like Monday night or something. I'm laying in bed and her name popped in my head, but I was too tired to get up and write her name down. And I'm like, oh, I'll remember it. I'll remember. I could remember her first name. Her first name is Arlene. And all I could think of was Kevin's Aunt Arlene Hess. And I'm like, it's not Arlene Hess. That's my aunt. And I just was racking my brain. And all of a sudden, right as I'm falling asleep, it popped into my head. And I do remember it again today. It just popped in my head again. I'm like, oh, that's right. I remember her name. So I'm going to get a hold of her. She used to live in Davison. I mean, this, when we worked together, we're talking probably 15 years ago. So I don't know if she's even lives in the area anymore. I'm assuming she's still quilting. I really don't know. So all I can do is try to get a hold of her and see if she'd be interested in, you know, working with me on some of these things. Like if I have enough time to send it, you know, for you guys to do, I would prefer you guys to do it. But I don't like how time crunched it is this time around, at least. And the shipping back and forth, you know, that takes time as well. Where if I had someone locally that would work on stuff once in a while for me, I can go pick it up and just stuff like that makes it easier. Like when I do my project books, which I don't know if I'm going to get one done for the spring. I haven't even designed the stuff yet. It's just I've been too busy to sit down and actually get stuff designed, and I've got to learn a whole new computer program for designing quilts, and I think I don't want to be rushed and stressed. So I might just wait for the line that comes out next fall, because that would give me a year to get a book together, which is probably way more realistic than trying to have one ready by the spring. You know what I mean? I mean, I gotta be realistic. I don't tend to live in the real world. I'm a daydream believer. I'm just like a big time dreamer and tend to over book myself or over, overcommit. I don't know. So, does all that make sense? Cheryl will be honored and blessed to do it. Plus, she would want to do it as would I. Exactly. Yeah. Like I said though, for the project books, when I design my own like quilt things with my fabric, definitely I want you guys to do it. But I'm just talking about like this what Cheryl's working on now. I mean, good golly, she didn't get the stuff till Saturday. I did get her buy her some more time though. Got a hold of Riley Blake and said, "Hey, can I have a few more days?" So it might end up working out, but I feel bad that she's got to work on something that quick. Yeah, like have Arlene like on standby for things that have to get done like, within a week or something that we don't have to worry about shipping back and forth. That's all I meant. I'm not abandoning you guys. Never, never. Oh, did I tell you how much I love this painting? I just love folk art stuff. I was saying in class last night, painting this kind of painting where you're just painting around stuff and like there's not a lot of thinking going on. Like I can have conversations and not mess up or something. You know what I mean? Um, it's very therapeutic painting something like this where you're painting around things and um, there's not a lot of deep thinking that you have to do to paint something like this. So it makes it kind of just relaxing. Just this little part down here, guys. James is getting me a new laptop. He was over the other day to help me set up for better, more techie floss tubes, and he announced that my laptop was obsolete. I was like, oh. Yeah, it's amazing how fast that stuff changes. Well, that's nice that you have, I'm assuming that's your son that can take care of that stuff for you. That is very helpful. Some floss tubers are doing this thing now where they have commercials all throughout their video. Oh, can I just tell you, I hate that. I'm sorry, hate is a strong word. I shouldn't have said that. I highly, totally dislike it. How's that? I usually quit watching their video because I'm like, because it cuts off right in, they'll be in the middle of a sentence. It's not like TV where it makes sense where the commercial's inserted. It just like they're in the middle of telling you something and then bam, there's a commercial. I'm like, nope, I can't watch this. There's a few of them doing it. Bums me out. Unless YouTube's just doing it automatically, but sometimes I watch my own back so I can, number one, see if my volume's good because there's, I can't think of the floss tuber, but I have my TV, the volume all the way up to 100, and you can still like hardly hear her. And I'm like, oh, I hope mine's not like that. You know what I mean? So you've got to watch your own once in a while to check it. Like watch it on YouTube, not on your computer, like on your TV, how other people watch it. Well, on your TV or on your computer too, I guess, if you want. But um, just to make sure everything's working right. And then, like, there's just things that you have to be aware of. For instance, this is something that I think mine's okay. Mine's still a little bit loud, but like my intro music and my outro music, I try to make sure that it's not way louder than the rest of the video. Because, oh my gosh, sometimes you'll be watching a video and you got it on 100 because that person is real quiet. And then it goes to the, especially if you're on TV, and it goes to the next, if you're watching it on TV, I should say. And then it goes to the next person, and their intro is like mondo loud, and oh my gosh, you jump out of your skin. Yeah, so there's just things like that to be aware of. I hope mine's okay. I think it's okay. I just checked it. I just checked it because I just went and watched, just today actually, I watched Easton, that video with Easton. I swear I could watch that every day because every time it just cracks me up. Man, that boy, I'm getting him some sort of airplane something for Christmas because he, I mean, right in the middle of that video, did you notice that? He's like, airplane, quiet, shh, airplane. And if we're outside and there's an airplane, we walk around the yard so we can find it, like, because we got trees and stuff in the way. And then he'll watch it until he can't see it anymore. And it's so far away. It's so cute. So yeah, I gotta find some sort of fun airplane toy for him. My Microsoft son, the one I told when he was 18 that he would never find a job sitting in front of a computer. That's hilarious. Yeah, I bet he does love to tell that story. Oh my gosh, more people sit in front of the computer for jobs now than not, probably. Colleen, you kill me. I bet he does love telling that story to you more than anyone. Yeah, Mom, remember when? Oh, how funny. You crack me up. I know my kids think I'm like a million years old because when I worked for the budget department for a hospital, I was there when they got their first computer. I mean, we used to do huge handwritten spreadsheets and have to use an adding machine. Oh shoot, I got this area too. To add all the columns, and if it didn't balance, you had to go through and add them. And man, I am like lightning on adding machines because I used to have to do that like hours on end. And I remember when they got their first computer and they just basically sat me down with the manual and said, hey, figure this out. That's cheap labor. I know I've told that story before, but I never know if it's on here or in CW Live. So if you've heard it before, my apologies. You'll probably hear it again at some other point. Yeah. Oh, geez, I missed this part too. He told it at my Microsoft retirement. Oh, I bet that is. I like his sense of humor. He's kind of like you, huh? Little stinker. That is funny. I like James. Brett Child, that's right. I was trying to remember your endearing term. Brett Child. Hey, that Brett Child from the Garden of Quilts, she never started a floss tube channel. It was in the cross stitch class. I have to tell you, it's funny. Kevin was so ticked at her because, you know, she's supposed to be there to help me and stuff like that, but there wasn't a whole lot really for her to do. But Kevin, he told me afterwards that he had made sure when he before he left, he talked to her and he said, now you're going to be here and you're going to call a, what do you call them? A golf cart. You're going to call someone to pick her up and stuff, right? And bring her, you know, to the parking lot, right? She's like, oh yeah, I'm going to be here, blah, blah, blah. And remember, she had to leave early because of, I don't know, her son's little league game or something like that. She had to leave. And I had that interview with Cindy afterwards, which I still haven't seen. I don't know, maybe something happened to the file, or maybe that it just wasn't good and they scrapped it, but I've looked everywhere. I don't know where I need to email them, and maybe they can tell me. But anyway, did that little interview with Cindy, and then they were leaving, and then all of a sudden it dawned on me, wow, I have no way of, like, how do I get a golf cart? I've got all this stuff to carry. And so they told me who to call, and it all worked out. But I was telling Kevin that, and he's like, oh, that makes me so mad. He said, I talked to that girl, I can't remember her name now, and he said, I talked to her and told her, you know, that you're going to need help when you're done with this for her to get you a golf cart. I'm like, hon, it's okay, it all worked out. But I love my husband. I think the whole thing was kind of rushed. Mindy was her name. What, the whole thing was kind of rushed? You mean getting from one place to another? Yeah, it was a full date, let me just tell you. I don't know how Cindy handled it, because she was, you know, doing live videos for Riley Blake Design. She was all over the place. She probably slept for 3 days straight after the Garden of Quilts. I'm just going over now to areas that they don't look like they have enough coverage, and just kind of Besides, I like going back and putting lights and darks in. It makes the background way more interesting. Like right here, really needs some oomph right here. All right, I think I got the background done. Yeah, the moving of classes. Yep, you're right. None of the videos have been up. Huh. Yeah, I'm going to have to get a hold of them and I'll just email. Oh, God, what is her, Cindy's assistant's name? I have it in my phone somewhere because we texted during the Garden of Quilts to try to, set up that interview. And I can ask her, because she's the one that recorded the video too. It was a nice, just a little short and sweet video. It was really nice to meet Cindy and have some time to talk with her. I would love to go sometime to Riley Blake Designs, like to their factory, to, the design part of the business and meet everyone. I think that'd be so fun. All in good time. If I go to Stitch West, I could do it then. Did you know, oh, bye, Colleen. Pork chops in the crock pot. Sounds good. That there's going to be a retreat that Deb Yoakum from Punch Needle Primitive Stitcher Magazine is putting on. I think she's doing 2 of them next year. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Now that would be something. I would love to go to that, but I don't know. I'm already committed to being the guest designer at 2, and then I want to go to the fall one, Farm Girl Dry Goods. It's like I might be doing Stitch. I don't know. There's just, how do you do all the things you want to do? I've been asking myself that for years, pretty much since I started my business back in 1994? Yeah. Well, it was more like 92, but I got really into it when I went wholesale and sold to gift shops. So I would say that was in 94. But 92, actually, I was doing art shows with my watercolors and stuff. All right, guys. Well, I met my goal. I wanted to get the background caught up and the horse painted. He looks darker than that one, doesn't he? But I mean, not every horse is going to look the same, so it's not imperative that they're exact. All right, this is how much we got done today. Oh, I'm so glad to have that background done. So as you can see, all this black on this side, the flowers all have to be done, the vine has to be painted and all of that. But once I have this side all cut up like this side, then I will do the spattering and the sanding and the crackling and all the good stuff to make it antique looking. Yay! 24 people on. That's awesome. So I just want to say thank you, everyone. Hold on. Hello. thank you so much for being here today with me and just chit-chatting and listening to me ramble while I paint. I appreciate it. So until next time, we will see you next Wednesday right here, same time, same place. All right, you guys take care. Have a great week. Bye.